Today, Republican Senator Bob Corker was asked whether he would support Trump's re-election. Here's his response.
I have no idea who's going to run for president in 2020, and I'm not about to say who I would support for that. So we have no idea who's going to run. Whether the president runs again or not, I think is very questionable, candidly.
Ben, we just heard Corker say, who knows whether President Trump is even going to run. Are there real doubts that he will?
Sure. No one knows what the future will hold. He's the oldest president ever sworn in, older than Ronald Reagan was when he was sworn in 1981. There's a possibility of impeachment looming over him, especially if Democrats take the House in November. There's a possibility that a president who's always unpredictable decides, I don't need this anymore, and goes and retires and decides to play golf. So while Trump is very competitive and has given every indication that he intends to run for re-election, there really are too many question marks on this to know what we're going to see come 2020.
Right, but nothing from the president himself to indicate that he might not run.
No. The president has given every indication that he intends to run and to win.
All right. So Senator Lindsey Graham today tweeted that he will support Trump in 2020. But what do you make of the fact that Republican congressional support is even being raised at this point in Trump's presidency?
Well, it's not a good sign. He continues to have one of the worst approval ratings of any president in the history of modern polling. He continues to have alienated many Republicans on the Hill, especially in the Senate. And so many Republicans think the way that Bob Corker is speaking, but because Corker is not seeking re-election, he can say it publicly. A lot of these other Republicans on the Hill saying it only privately.
All right. Ben Schreckinger, thank you so much for your insight.
Thanks so much for having me.